Okay, now let's look at question 6. The question 6 gives me the equations already. Okay, so last year the SAC is quite easier, okay, because they didn't ask you guys to find the equation. The equation is given. The equation is already given. Now you just need to be able to use it. Okay, so for A, use the 4-point moving median equation, regression equation, to predict the number of fatalities in the 46 months. Okay, so this is the one we're going to use. It says 4-point moving median and smoothing values. So that's the equation. Okay, so what we do is 46 months. Okay, so the number of fatality must be 24.59 take away 0.1027 times 46. And we put 46 in the month number. Okay. Type in your calculator, you should have 19.8658 fatalities. But remember the number of fatalities, your final answer should be 20. It should be a whole number. I can't have 19.8 people die. Okay. So then we do the second question. In here, the question told me some people predict that there will be 17 fatalities. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. The question told me if I'm using this, using the other equation, I should have 17, okay, which is different to the equation. Now, what we need to do is we need to compare it and to tell people which prediction is better. Have you 20 or 17, which is a more suitable prediction. Okay. So in this case, now in this case, the way I would do is look at the regression line. Sorry, look at the R value and R square value. Okay, so all the R value. So in this case, I may use the R value. Okay, the R value is minus 0.33 for 4-point moving median regression line. Okay, the R value for is going to be minus 0.384 for the regression line of original data. Okay, so the R value indicates that the R value indicates the R value of write down like this. The R values indicate that the regression line of original data is more strong. Okay, so what I would say is Okay, so what I would say is prediction, the prediction, the, the prediction of 17 should be more accurate. Okay, now I know I write down a lot of word, but this is only for 1 mark. Okay, I'm sorry of doing this, but this is a very difficult question. Okay, we also need to, because this is a time series. Okay, the reason we're using those methods is try to make the line smoother. Okay, so now after that, we need to talk about what we need to talk about is we need to talk about the variation. Okay, so the idea is the results. Okay, I run out of papers. Okay, will be more accurate, but no, the idea is the R value is still less. Okay, it's too far away from -1, so they're not going to be much. It will be more accurate, but not much. Okay, but not much. Okay, these two will be very much similar, but the idea is now. But in this case, we always need to talk about variation. Okay? However, we need to mention that um, okay. So we need to write down this. So any predictions, however, any predictions based on the regression line of original data are not appropriate. Okay, appropriate cannot be appropriate. So the idea is appropriate. Okay. So I'm running out of space. Okay. Now I write a arrow up because okay, it does not consider the variation of time series there. The variation. Okay? So you need to mention something about variation to get 1 mark, because now this is a tricky question. Okay? Because if you look at the equation, the R value tells me the regression line of original data is more accurate. Okay? They're pretty much similar, but it's more accurate. However, we cannot use the regression of original data because the regression of original data did not consider of any variation. Okay? If you look at the data goes up and goes down, goes up and goes down, doesn't consider any variation. So the prediction of the original regression line of the original data must be wrong. Cannot be. It's not appropriate. However, it has a more strong R value. Okay, so that's what you need to write down. Okay. By the end, the R value is pretty much the same. So 17 or 20, that's just a prediction. The prediction is just not that accurate. Okay, so well, both of the prediction, the accuracy of the both of the prediction are pretty much similar, but they just but you need to, in order to explain it, you need to mention variation and you need to mention R value, okay, to get 2 marks. Okay, now